So e-citizen has been down, government websites down, M-Pesa app down. The first narrative that was in circulation was that Sudan hackers are the ones who are responsible. There were screen grabs which were configured to push that narrative. But then I watched the statement that was made by the Sudan, I don't know whether it was communications or PR person, where they said that they also understand that Kenyans, they don't have beef with Kenyans. They know their only beef is with President Ruto. Even Kenyans themselves have beef with him. They've been protesting. So I don't think the Sudan establishment is really after, harassing or inconveniencing ordinary Kenyans. And then I saw this letter from they're calling it the National Computer Cybercrimes Coordination Committee to Professor Meori Kashoda. And then in the last paragraph, in these regards, it is recommended that Kenya informs all research and education institutions in Kenya to implement necessary cybersecurity measures and to share with the director and C4 of any malicious traffic and incidents. And I'm thinking, isn't this common sense? Like once you're in the digital platform, like cybersecurity should be your next biggest investment. I don't understand why they are talking about it as if this is in hindsight, like, oh shit, we should have instituted cybersecurity measures, which is why I always tell boomers are the generation 1940 to 70. I tell you, listen, because you are in a new forte, you should be around people and around advice that is solid, because once you stay amongst yourselves, you tend to veer into the realm of stupidity. Even globally, I'm going to share with you a video by George Carlin talking about boomers, because it's scientifically analyzed that boomers are worldwide. They are the people who have lagged the world behind, because they've been so stuck in an era. And then afterwards, after they got out of that era, then they come with their sanctimonious, self-righteous posturing and telling you, don't do this, don't do that, and now they are the heads. They are the heads of departments, companies, governments, churches. You understand? I told you, boomers, they are grounded and they are rooted in the philosophy of hate towards young people. They hate young people. You don't understand why they hate young people. Because they want to extend their stay in office, in power. They will do everything to ensure that they subvert any element of progress. I'll give you an example of churches. So there's this Ndalani school video, which is suddenly I've gotten like 10,000 new views within the last 5 hours from a video that I did last month. And I was telling you that teachers and their inherent stupidity. How do you, when you see a kid so indoctrinated like that, don't you ask yourself, what are we doing wrong? These kids should be playing. They should be acting. They should be whatever passionate thing they have, because I told you in Kenya, we have a skills deficit. We would be having the best IT people. We would be having in the world. We would be having the best programmers, the best what? If these kids start being trained early in high school, what are they doing studying preps? What are they doing getting religious indoctrination? It's okay, they can go to church in a voluntary model. Now you are saying they are praying, I don't know what. These boomers, and you can tell the person who came up with the 844 system is called Professor James Kamunge. That guy, if I was in power, that's the guy I would not be arresting Pauline. I would be arresting James Kamunge and ask him why, what discussions they had with Moi so as to create such a toxic and such a retarded educational curriculum. Because now we would not be having such issues if we had the right personnel, and they need to be trained from high school. So we have a skills deficit. We don't have good painters, we don't have good architects, we don't have good what? Because by the time they are starting to hone their skills in campus, they've already lost so much time. These skills need to be honed from high school, and not doing preps to study I don't know what, the important subjects which are not relevant to the current job market. You're supposed to be every time you're there, if you're singing, if you're what, you see Jeff Koinange has been recycling these Moipei daughters, twins, because there's no other talent that has come ever since for the last 15 years, 20 years, because you stupid idiots masquerading as teachers, head teachers, principals, your stupidity is unparalleled. If you go to the churches, you are the ones who are running the show there. You're so stupid, you people. And not all churches. Let me tell you, there used to be a church called Nyeri Baptist and a school, and they were the best in basketball. They were the best in the country. And because of their just little investment in basketball, those students, some of them went to the States, because of that passion. If now we had such outreach countrywide, we would be the best in sports around the world. But you are stupid teachers, you're stupid religious leaders. They don't have funding for youth activities. They don't have anything. They just want to be there eating, to build flats, grab playgrounds. Those are the people who are worshipped. Pale kwa kanisa, they are the ones who sit in front. Let me just listen to this video by George Carlin, where he's talking about boomers and their toxic stupidity.
Cultural crimes I've been complaining about can be blamed on the baby boomers. Something else I'm a little tired of hearing about. The baby boomers. Whiny, narcissistic, self-indulgent people with a simple philosophy. Give me it, it's mine! Give me that, it's mine! These people were given everything. Everything was handed to them. And they took it all. Sex, drugs, and rock and roll, and they stayed loaded for 20 years and had a free ride. But now they're staring down the barrel of middle-age burnout, and they don't like it. They don't like it, so they've turned self-righteous. And they want to make things hard on younger people. They tell them abstain from sex, say no to drugs. As for the rock and roll, they sold that for television commercials a long time ago. So they could buy pasta machines and Stairmasters and soybean futures. Soybean futures. You know something? They're cold, bloodless people. It's in their slogans, it's in their rhetoric. No pain, no gain. Just do it. Life is short, play hard. Shit happens, deal with it. Get a life. These people went from do your own thing to just say no. They went from love is all you need to whoever winds up with the most toys wins. And they went from cocaine to Rogaine. And you know something? They're still counting grams, only now it's fat grams. And the worst of it is the rest of us have to watch these commercials on TV for Levi's loose-fitting jeans and fat-ass Docker pants. Because these degenerate yuppie boomer cocksuckers couldn't keep their hands off the croissants and the Haagen-Dazs. And their big fat asses have spread all over and they have to wear fat-ass Docker pants. Fuck these boomers, fuck these yuppies. And fuck everybody, now that I think of it.
One of the greatest thinkers of his time. That video shot over 27 years ago, so you can imagine he was mocking his own generation. So now that we are talking about e-citizen, we are talking about those boomers who have let our systems go to the dogs. Now there is a new narrative. You can see this screenshot by Sandra Kimani. She's saying, my gut instinctively tells me we are dealing with Uhuru Kenyatta rogue remnants who are being used to sabotage the government from within. And then there's this one, Global Intelligence, says that malware source is within Kenya and not Sudan. You understand? And it tags people like NSA. I'm wondering what is happening here. What are these boomers at? We have one set of boomers fighting with another. Is there a jostle for control of the e-citizen platform? Because we hear that it generates 60 million every day for working days. So if you're talking about 20 working days, that's 1.2 B. 1.2 B is a lot of money, which is this now transaction fee that you're charged there. Apparently it doesn't go into state coffers. It doesn't go directly to treasury or wherever. It goes to somebody's hands. So is there a jostling for this platform? Are we seeing cartels who are, trying to migrate it into their control? The boomers, and all of this is because people are not creative enough to generate money from ideas. I saw a lady in America saying that she's called Eunice Ajim. I've invested in 26 startup to dates, and I typically make my decision within the first 5 minutes. Now, our boomers here, they are fighting over this platform because they don't know that we have there's a can I call it like a talent in droves in the country, and they've never, all they think about is building flats. Let's build flats, let's fanya hivi, damn shit. Because I told you, boomers, they are ingrained and they are rooted in hating young people. Why don't you take this trajectory so that you stop fighting for one platform, all of you?